Well, it seems CNN has gone off the loony bin and lost all of middle America, if not most of everybody in America. Don Lemon, a very racist and biased journalist that they have on the show, if you want to call him that, today on Halloween said that white men are a terror threat to the U.S. and there should be a travel ban on them. Now, this is on Halloween here, and it's not trick or treat. It's not April Fool's. This is real. This man here, CNN anchor Don Lemon, declared that the biggest terror threat in this country is white men, adding that there is no travel ban on them, in an exchange that has prompted rebuke from conservatives and social media. And a lot of America and most anybody that's witnessed it. There's been this terrible attack on, of course, white people. This is a white country. We've offered to get ethnics into here to enrich the world. I think most of the ideas here is to learn and get built up and then go back to your country and share. We're a very sharing country, but we're, I think, about the end of some of our ropes with some of these situations here. This openly gay, racist black man has decided to attack white men openly. And I want you to think about what he says here. If he was to have used black men as opposed to white men and been a white person, if he would still have a job. I call for the fact that he should not have a job, but that was even a long, long time ago with the comments, the rhetoric, and the gearing that comes out of his mouth, the inciteful hatred. Let's look at this. CNN anchor Don Lemon declared that the biggest terror threat in this country is white men, adding that there's no travel ban on them, in an exchange that has prompted rebuke from conservatives on social media. I keep trying to point out to people and not to demonize any one group or any one ethnicity, Lemon said. Now, he said this. I keep trying to point out to people and not to demonize any one group or any ethnicity. Lemon said to follow CNN anchor Chris Cuomo during a handoff of their respective programs late Monday. But he went on to say, we keep thinking that the biggest terror threat is something else. People who are marching. So he's talking about the immigrants that are trying to get into our country that are full of crime-ridden people throwing rocks and busting down gates. And we don't have any want, need, or room for any of those people. And we don't allow illegals into the country. This whole Haitian boat trip BS has gone out the door a long, long time ago. But some people who are marching, towards the border like it's imminent. Well, it is kind of imminent unless the Mexicans stop them, but that's regardless of everything. So now he keeps trying to point out to people not to demonize any one group or any one ethnicity. He tells you, and the last time that they did this, a couple of hundred people came and they, most of them did get into the country. Most of them tired, got tuckered out before they made it to the border, he continued. Like, oh, well, they were tired, so then, yeah, let them in. Hey, if they showed up kind of not sweating or tired or anything, we probably would have gone, nah. But run around the building a couple of times and come back and we'll let you in. I don't know what his logic there is to even have made they got tuckered out before they got to the border. Well, that's great. It's a long-ass walk through Mexico to try to come to a country that doesn't want you to try to enter it. We're making a wall to try to prove that point. It's gotten so far out of hand, it's disgusting. And yet people like Don Lemon want to demonize people for it. And it's become this big hate whitey thing that we somehow don't want people we don't want in the country. Oh, you're racist. No, we don't want these people in the country. We're starting to not want the people in the country that are talking crap. I keep trying to point out to people not to demonize any one group or any one ethnicity, he says. But then right here, after he goes tuck out on the border, he says, we have to stop demonizing people and realize the biggest terror threat in this country is white men. Most of them radicalized to the right, and we have to start doing something about them. White men. Lemon concluded, there's no travel ban on them. There is no ban on you-know. They had the Muslim ban. There is no white guy ban. And Lemon's referring to a ban preventing travel to the U.S. by nationals from 5 Muslim-majority countries and introduced by Trump administration in early 2017. And the Supreme Court upheld the ban on June by a 5-4 vote. So we've all in agreement to this, but he doesn't like that. It's amazing how much they attack Donald Trump whenever the country's doing so good. Could you imagine if they didn't attack Trump and they actually got behind the leader that was voted by the people? It's disgusting to vote somebody in and have these other people try to just rot and ruin it constantly. They've been up his ass constantly about stuff. This Russian thing won't go away. All this other BS. Meanwhile, he tries to get things done. Imagine what he could do if he didn't have people clinging and clawing at him. His commentary went largely unnoticed, though, until Tuesday before Gabriel founder Tom Elliott flagged it. Pretty disgusting here. Imagine the hypocriteness of this man. He thinks he's the face of something. He's the face of hatred. He's the face of recently domesticated people who just can't handle it. That, oh my gosh, he just got to jump in a hate whitey bandwagon. It's disgusting. He should not have a job. I'm going to go back up here and look at this again. I keep trying to point out to people not to demonize any one group or any one ethnicity, Lemon said. We have to realize the biggest terror threat in this country is white men. I keep trying to point out to people and not to demonize any one group or any one ethnicity, Lemon said. We have to realize that the biggest terror threat in this country is white men. I keep trying to point out to people not to demonize any one group or any one ethnicity, Lemon said. So we have to stop demonizing people and realize the biggest terror threat in this country is white men. If you look under hypocrite, it's going to be under there shortly. If you look under pathetic, you're also going to see a reference to this. If you see a reference to just lost his job, you should probably see his picture under that too. If you want to see sad idiot, it's probably listed under there also. Again, Don Lemon, racist, hateful, openly gay black man whose partner's white, declared that the biggest terror threat in the country is white men. In fact, the worst of it is, he says that he keeps trying to point out to the people not to demonize any one group or any one ethnicity, but he follows it up by saying we have to realize the biggest terror threat in this country is white men. Like, share, and subscribe. Wish there was some poll way to get the American public a poll to say whether or not they want this guy off TV. I don't think it should take that in any way, shape, or form. I'm about tired of this stupidity. The fake news. The racist, insightful fake news. It's pathetic.